Hello YouTubers, it's Travis. Welcome back for more Storybook Brawl action. We've got a new patch and a lot to learn. I've got to figure out what comps are valid, what we should be going for, what we shouldn't. And in this one today, we're going to try out Royals and see where that goes. I hope that you will enjoy the Brawl and that you'll consider subscribing to the channel. We're getting really close to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, so if you like what you see here, click that subscribe button and you'll get to see more of it. All right, thank you and enjoy the Brawl. I'm down for some Horde Dragon gaming. Starting to get up there. We're about halfway to Mythic. 124 crowns. I feel like I sort of know what I'm doing now. Pick one. Not terribly exciting. We used to be a lot happier seeing Fanny than I am to see her now. The spell's really good and worth locking for. The shop really isn't, though. I think I'm going to take Humpty. It's not great, but it can save us some life, and I would like to see a new shop rather than the spell. We can save a lot of life with this. I am down with HLT. And honestly, I can just cash out of this right now and sell Humpty by the tree in the Mim. Take damage this round. Cool. And then be basically set to party. I'm totally doing that. Like, I think that's the only turn I could just swap them out entirely. So we're going to do that. And not a moment too soon. If I'd kept that Humpty, we'd have lost it. Oh my goodness, that feels very smart. Not really a bad hit here, is there? Like, that's probably the worst, and I'll still play it. So here you go. We got a board. Let's go to level 3. Do level 3 things. Dang it, Bobby. Not how them were supposed to break. Potion Master is doing some unfair things. Not a huge fan of that. This is pretty decent with the Mim. Like, I could start looking at something like this. A lot of stuff that kind of wants to be in front of that Mim, though, which is awkward, right? Like, this would want to be in front of it, too. That might be the best way to fit it. Kind of heavily invested in Creeper Coin. But we are cracking some eggs. Sorry, Merlin. I'll take a new one. Those aren't great. What if you had 2 Romeos? You like a level 3 pair. I'm not saying we're for sure going Royals. I'm just saying it's an interesting level 3 choice. Howdy, Wallet. Doing good. How are things in your world? I guess we're probably not tree gaming in all seriousness. Like, we bought a happy little tree early. I believe 2.1. It hasn't doubled. We're not even, much less tripled. Hey, that's great, man. Well, I mean, it's not great that you weren't feeling well. I hope you're feeling better. But it's good that if you're gonna feel bad, at least it's not the thing. Oop. Oop. No. Now these memes just have to stare at each other. Don't think I want a 3.0 Brave Princess. I think I'd like another Romeo and potentially another Sure Shot. Don't know about the Creeper. I think that moment is probably past. I could sell this and click the button. It doesn't get me to 4 any faster. I think I'd rather roll. I'm Horde Dragon. We would like to have level 3 pairs and get a treasure. I stand by this decision. This is probably just better, isn't it? Like, it's a 1-9. There's a lot inside this peak. What if we just did this? Then these could even potentially spawn up here. Yeah, that's just good positioning. And we don't have to be doing peep things. I just want to be on pairs. Losing the mem is pretty busted. I'm glad I didn't buy it. Well, I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter whether we bought the XP or not. This was wrecking us. It's kind of like what we were hedging towards, but better, way better than what we're doing. Rough to take that much damage. All right, there's a Juliet, so we can start maybe moving things around a little bit. I definitely want that. Grandmother doesn't go anywhere. I don't want Grandmother. I'd like to pair Romeo or something like that. Or not pair him, you know what I mean. Complete him. Yeah, like that, basically. That's what I want. Give it a go. It's another free treasure at least. Seems reasonable. Yeah, we can maybe work with this, I guess. Not exactly the best board I've seen, but we can get somewhere from here. Very interested in Arthur from this point. I do not buy chickens. Chickens cannot wear pants. Well, they can actually, that's the problem. Now we are significantly stronger than we was, and I like it. Double Romeo is not actually bad for now. I don't mind that. I do want to, like, find an Arthur, ideally. I can buy the chicken now. I already fired off my pants. Well done. Let's upgrade Julie. I think I like Drag Saver over the pants. And I'm very interested in that too, and we're going to get it. Just next turn. Probably shouldn't lock for it. I should be locking for Arthur's and just digging for Arthur. Like, I don't have to play 2 Romeos forever. I'm not dying for another level 4 treasure. But I got to get these things done. Hey, what's up, Tony? Doing good. How are things in your world? Yeah, it's Sky Castle was changed to be the new Dwarven Forge. Now, we don't still have to be doing royal things, but if we're going to be, we would need to bump into at least an unupgraded Arthur this turn. Because without that, there's not really anywhere for this to go. The Juliet doesn't really do anything. So that's kind of our moment out if we want out. Can't cast another spell though, so I guess we just keep going. I just feel like if we don't see the Arthur this turn, it's probably too late, and we need to find something else to do. For Wizards, like, maybe you could go one more turn though, Travis. And, you know, I can appreciate that. You can still do, like, good boy stuff with this. That's fine. And it's not insane to buy Arthur at higher levels. I just, obviously it would have been better a little sooner. No real reason to have them positioned differently now that there's not a Mim. And we can start taking advantage of spells to buff the Court Lizard. Gonna play Court Wizard ping pong for a minute. Welcome back, Brad. Boop. Get out of my build. All right, still looking for Arthurs. Not really any of this, though. I wouldn't mind another Court Wizard or a way to buff this one. Don't think I need you. I was just thinking if we saw a Lance, do we take it? Because it is potentially a level 6 treasure. But given where we are right now, I don't think so. I do feel like we've been doing a lot of doom rolling for a certain Arthur. I guess if it's free, there's no reason not to pop this and see if it's a Romeo. Dude! I don't know where he'd be hiding, but he'd be hiding. The last patch did move Arthur to a 6. I forgot about that. We got Juliet's for days. Like, it's still working, but it's going to fall off hard here in a minute. Unless I just happen to find an Arthur. They do exist. I only need 2 to upgrade. Not you. But yeah, we'll take it. This gives me a lot of gold to try to find Arthur. And I don't need the horn anymore. So I think I'm going to take the gold here and go on an Arthur expedition. Because I feel like even going into 6, it's not too late to grab it. I could still use a little bit of a buff for the Court Wizard. It does kind of seem like Arthur went on vacation, eh? Dragsaber's doing a bit of heavy lifting here, which I appreciate. Splat. All right, let's find another Arthur. Maybe pick up another Court Wizard on the way, and then just roll into a good boy and win this lobby. And this is so much gold. Okay, hallelujah. That's pretty nice. That may be a better treasure for us than the Fool's Gold at this point, because we can now cast spells again to start buffing the Court Wizard, presuming we see any good one, and we can find more Arthurs potentially. Like, this has got to be better than Peep, who's not staying very long. May actually be our comp, and we take out like maybe the worst Romy or one of the Arthurs when we get towards the end game. Of all the things they could hit with the Medusa, that one's pretty good. Those mummies are a bit scary. But we're at least tying, which is nice. They're scaling pretty dang good, though. Checking to see what Trophy Hunter was on. I didn't see any indication that it would be large ranged units. Let's do that for now. Still kind of in the market for Good Boy, or would even take another Arthur. I'm not seeing those pieces. I don't think I can play this dude just yet. I think I've still got a little bit of time for scaling before we take out this Arthur and try to make, like, this is our end comp sort of deal. And this, if I don't get a Good Boy, this may not even be part of it. We just might be poorly scaled Romeos. Also a potential level 6 treasure, like I could take that. We're more or less past where we need Sky Castle. Okay, so this is just mummy nonsense. Surprisingly, not as much mummy nonsense as I've seen before, but still pretty good mummy nonsense. Like, Embiggening Stone Mummy basically made them a comp out of nowhere. We got one turn to scale versus a ghost. That's basically like buying a Neon here. I don't think that's what I want. Surprisingly, these shops weren't really it either. Okay, there's something. That's a start. How do we buff it? We figure that out next turn. Because I think we're beating the ghost. Can we find like a Robin Wood or a decent spell to put on it? Go, go. So I'm going to save myself a little bit of time and brain power with a roll here or there. I don't want the other one of these. Because I think the idea is we're supposed to play both of them. Cut this Arthur and a Romeo, move these in, put the good boy here, buff it as much as we can, win the video game. And ideally, Dracula just kills the trophy hunter. That'd be swell. I like dead trophy hunters. I still haven't figured out what you're supposed to do with time flies yet. I feel like there's probably something really cool and I just haven't picked up on it. It's got to be something more than that. Buff spell or Robin Wood. There's my Robin Wood. Okay, so you're never coming back. You're never coming back. You are in. You are in. The other Arthur may just be out at this point. Drac did not have any ranged units. They did have a Dusa, which kind of sucks. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. I can't get that. Welcome back, Frosty. Blah. Let's pretend we've got another turn. I don't think we actually do, but we'll pretend. Drac was slot wadding a Medusa last time, and that may be enough to just ranch me here. They're no longer slot wanting a Medusa. Okay. Well, that still didn't go well. We have had some challenges. Stupid pumpkin. Not dead. Also not great. What is this about? It just gives me all range, which I dig. So 34-34 is kind of the biggest thing I can slot in. I think I like Good Boy All Range. It just doesn't feel quite good enough against the mummy shenanigans. Honestly, this is better against what the Trophy Hunter's doing, isn't it? I think it might be, which is bloody terrifying. Because if we don't do this, we're basically hoping that the pig hits the mummy. And if it does, we're going to win anyway. But if it doesn't, I think having an extra 2 units on the board might help. Depends on how much better their board's gotten since the last time we played them. But I do feel like not hitting the Arthur on 4 meant if we continued down the Royals line, that's not a bad one to pig. Not perfect, but not bad. But not hitting the Arthur on 4 meant we might have been playing for trying to get 2nd place or 3rd place, you know. Yuck. Okay, we tried. That one just didn't quite get there. It was an exciting moment, right, when we got the Sky Castle, but it just didn't really roll into anything late game. Just a bit disappointing, but not bad. Not bad for our first game. I'll take this. And a very big thank you to my patrons. Thank you, Paul, Punk, Hero, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Basti, Rich, Brandon, John, and Jazzy. I appreciate y'all.